Okay, welcome to my channel Maths with Mahanti sir. Children, today let us discuss a few important questions. A very important question on polynomial which generally comes in the board examination. See, what is that question? Suppose you are given a polynomial defined by the relation ax square plus bx plus c. This is a quadratic polynomial in variable x. Okay, suppose a quadratic polynomial in variable x is defined by this relation and it has no real zeros. You see, this polynomial has no real zeros. Okay, so if this polynomial has no real zeros and suppose you are given another condition, say a plus b plus c less than 0, then the question is, then find if c will be equal to 0 or c greater than 0 or c less than 0. See, let me explain you the question once again. You are given a polynomial in variable x defined by the relation ax square plus bx plus c. Clearly it is a quadratic polynomial. You know a quadratic polynomial has two zeros, okay? And in quadratic equation, you know, while discussing your nature of roots, you know what will be the nature of roots, what are the conditions required to find the nature of two roots of a quadratic equation, whether the roots are real and equal or real and unequal, or the equation has no real roots. So you know what is the condition for a quadratic equation having no real roots. The discriminant of the equation must be less than 0. So in case of polynomial, you see the same thing also is applicable. Here this is a quadratic polynomial and it is given, it has no zeros. Okay, no zeros means the discriminant associated with this quadratic equation will be negative or less than 0. Now you are given another condition. From these two you find out whether c will be greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than 0. Okay, let us see how to find this in a simple way. See, now first you are given, see the solution. Now you are given f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c has no real zeros, it is given. Okay, so as it has no real zeros, therefore the discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac, this must be negative, so it is given, it is less than 0, it is given. Okay, and we are also given that a plus b plus c is less than 0. Okay, now see, first we have to find whether c will be greater than 0 or equal to 0 or less than 0. Suppose you take c equal to 0. See, let us take c equal to 0. Now if c equal to 0, what will happen? Let us see. Now if c is equal to 0, put here, then d equal to b square minus 4a into 0. You see, b square minus 4a into 0 means it is less than 0. That means b square less than 0. But is it true? B square less than 0. You see, if we took c equal to 0, then we found that b square is less than 0, means b square is negative. But is it true? Is it possible that the square of a number is negative? No, the square of a number cannot be negative. We know that the square of a number cannot be negative. The square of an integer cannot be negative. Here a, b, c are what? Integers. In this polynomial, a, b and c are all integers. So the square of an integer cannot be negative. So b square cannot be less than equal to 0. That means b square less than 0, which is impossible. Which is impossible. Why impossible? As square of a number, square of an integer cannot be negative. Square of an integer cannot be negative. So we saw that if c equal to 0, then b square is coming negative, means which is impossible. So therefore c is not equal to 0. That means therefore c not equal to 0. C cannot be equal to 0. Okay. Now let us test the second condition. Let us see whether c is greater than 0 or not. So what is case 2? See, children, I hope you understood what is case 1. In case 1 we proved that c cannot be equal to 0. C cannot be equal to 0 if this polynomial, this quadratic polynomial has no real zeros, then c cannot be equal to 0. Now let us consider the second case. Suppose case 2. Suppose your c greater than 0. Let us see what is happening. Now if c greater than 0, then we are given a plus b, then you see a plus b plus c, it is given less than 0. So if a plus b plus c is less than 0, then a plus c will be less than minus b. Now if a plus c is less than minus b, then b will be greater than definitely minus a plus c. You know the inequality relations, okay? If a plus c is less than minus b, then b will be greater than minus a plus c. Now take the square of both sides. So if b is greater than minus a plus c, then b square will be greater than your a plus c whole square, okay? Now if b square is greater than a plus c whole square, then subtract 4ac from both the sides. Now let us see what is happening if we subtract the term 4ac from both the sides in this inequality or inequation, you see. So b square minus 4ac will be equal to a plus c whole square minus 4ac, and this will be, on simplification, it will give you a minus c whole square, you see. That means b square minus 4ac is greater than your a minus c whole square. Therefore, you see, therefore b square minus 4ac is greater than a minus c whole square. Now see, so we got b square minus 4ac greater than a minus c whole square. Now we have taken c greater than 0. Now if c greater than 0 and a is also greater than 0, suppose, you see, if c greater than 0 and a greater than 0, that means both c and a are positive. If both c and a are positive, then no doubt, then your a minus c whole square, it will be definitely a positive. It will be definitely positive, means it will be greater than 0. You can test by taking different values of a and c. By giving different positive values to a and c, you can easily verify that the square of a minus c will be greater than 0 if both c and a are positive. Similarly, if c greater than 0 but and a less than 0, means c is positive but a is negative, then also you will find that a minus c whole square will be what? Positive, means it will be greater than 0, okay? By giving positive value to c and negative value to a, you can easily establish, you can easily prove that a minus c whole square will be positive or greater than 0. So what is the conclusion? That means if c greater than 0 and a greater than 0 or a less than 0, in both the cases, in all the cases, this term a minus c square is coming positive, means it is greater than 0. Therefore, you see, so our conclusion will be, so what will be our conclusion? Therefore, b square minus 4ac, which is greater than a minus c whole square, is greater than 0. That means b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. You see. But how far it is true? It contradicts the given condition. It contradicts the given condition that the quadratic polynomial has no real 0. That means we know d less than 0 or b square minus 4ac less than 0, it is given in the question, okay? As the quadratic polynomial has no real zeros, so the polynomial, I mean the discriminant associated with the quadratic equation is less than 0. That means b square minus 4ac is less than 0, it is given. But what we find? We see that if c greater than 0, then it is coming greater than 0. A discriminant is coming greater than 0. But discriminant cannot be both greater than 0 and less than 0. But b square minus 4ac cannot be, you see, greater than, both greater than and less than 0. Both greater than and less than, and you see, less than 0. 0. That means discriminant was given less than 0 because this polynomial has no real 0. So discriminant is negative, means less than 0. But by taking c greater than 0, we found that the discriminant of the polynomial or the quadratic equation is coming greater than 0. But discriminant of a quadratic equation or a quadratic polynomial cannot be both greater than or less than 0. It cannot be both greater than and less than 0. Either it will be greater than 0 or less than 0. Okay. So therefore, you see, c greater than 0 is also impossible. That means c cannot be. C greater than 0 is also impossible. That means c cannot be greater than 0. So c not equal to 0 in case 1 we proved. In case 1 we proved c equal to 0 is not possible. In case 2 we proved that c greater than 0 is also Impossible means not possible. So if C is not equal to 0 and if C is not greater than 0, then definitely C must be less than 0. Therefore, C not equal to 0 and C not greater than 0 implies C less than 0. You see? So this is the explanation. That means this is the reason why C will be less than 0 or negative if the quadratic polynomial f of x defined by ax square plus bx plus c has no real zeros and a plus b plus c less than 0. Then c will be less than 0. Children, I hope you understood how to prove that c greater than 0. Okay, if a polynomial is defined by the relation f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c having no real zeros and a plus b plus c is negative or less than 0, then how the value of c will be negative, means c will be less than 0. This is the complete proof. Children, I hope you understood. Okay, so if at all you understood this problem, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. We will discuss more problems in the next class. Okay, thank you.